What's going on, everybody? It's Edwin back for a comic book review today. And what comic book am I going to be reviewing? Aquaman issue number 50 came out yesterday, March 30th, 2016. First, I want to say that this comic book, the artwork, I actually like a lot. And here's why: because Brett Booth did the pencils. I love Brett Booth's artwork. I first got into him when he was drawing Superman, and then after that he kind of went to the Flash, and now he's doing this. So DC is using him, but they're not, for whatever reason, keeping him consistent on one title, and I don't know why, because I think his artwork is absolutely gorgeous. He does have that 90s style of artwork. I think he spent a lot of time over an Image, so I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of his talent maybe had developed and evolved. But I think he does a fantastic job, and I think he does a really good job when it comes to women. Now, does he do as good a job as like J. Scott Scamble, J. Scott Campbell? He's pretty close. I think J. Scott Campbell has pretty much women packed down. Him and actually Michael Turner had women pretty much packed down, but Brett Booth still does an amazing job. So, what is this book about? Well, first, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't read Aquaman, this is the very first modern introduction into Aquawoman, and her name is Mera, Mera. Beautiful drawing of this woman. I do like the fact that they have her with red hair. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Jean Grey, but not so much. Here's a good picture of her right here. Can you guys see it good? Yeah. Very, very gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. And what's going on in this story is Aquaman and Aquawoman get summoned to investigate these killings. Now, these killings are caused by an animal, but the killings are like the very first one that we're introduced to is like on a hotel, very top, in the pool section. But it's done. The killing is done by some kind of sea creature. Well, how can a sea creature do this killing way up in a pool on the top of a hotel building? And what's going on is there's this sort of water or aqua teleportation. They said that one case, whoever did the killing teleported from a glass of water. So it's kind of crazy, and they don't know really what to do. So the FBI calls upon Aquaman to investigate, and he does. Mera is with him. She is actually preparing to be introduced to the rest of the world, but because of the case that Aquaman has to investigate, she kind of tags along, and it isn't the introduction to the world that she had planned on. So a lot of people come to find out who she is, and they just get their first exposure to her, and a few people do, but she continues to investigate with Aquaman, but like all throughout the pages, she's like, I want my introduction to be like this, and I want it to be like that, and he starts, Aquaman is like, it'll be fine when we get around to it. Let's just focus on this at hand. Well, the main character that they're investigating has a kind of a convenient name. The name is Dead Water. Now, it didn't catch me right away when I was thinking about it, but when I thought about Dead Water, I thought about Deadpool. So I don't know if this is DC's attempt really to try and grab attention of all these Deadpool fans. Now, I will say this. Here's a picture of what Dead Water looks like. Very beautiful double splash page. He is red and black, but he is not this mercenary looking ninja guy with swords and a gun. Here's another. Oh, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous page. Now, I'm not even into Aquaman, but I would totally buy this page if I had the means and the ability and the money to get it. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous page by Brett Booth. So the artwork is definitely amazing. But I think it's funny that we have Dead Water, because I think in the last Harley Quinn issue we were introduced to Red Tool. Yeah, Red Tool. Which reminds you a lot of Deadpool. Well, you have Red Tool and you have Dead Water, now a part of the DC universe. So here's another page of Aquaman fighting Dead Water. Very, very gorgeous. Gorgeous artwork. Colors are done very well also. So the artwork all throughout the comic book is just amazing. And it turns out that with Aquaman's encounter with Deadwater, he was actually transformed by this different type of water. Deadwater was actually originally a human, and you kind of get this introduction and origin story, at least to me. I don't know if Deadwater has ever showed up in Aquaman or any other DC title before, but he ends up getting transformed after being just a human into this creature, and you're not really told the details and the specifics as to how. He just senses it. Aquaman just senses it, and he tells you the story of what he senses when it comes to this creature and how it was actually created. So that's pretty much what the whole comic book consisted of. You do get finally the introduction of Mera, Aquawoman, to the rest of the world. And you get it right here, which is, again, more beautiful artwork. And if I'm not mistaken, she is like one of Aquaman's lovers or queen or something like that. I'm not really sure. But anyways, that's pretty much it, everybody. Now, a couple things I do want to make note of is, one, it is a $5 issue. Now, I didn't have a big problem with it, and here's why. The artwork was great, but also it's 40 pages. So you get 40 pages of comic here, which is absolutely amazing. And because of that, I actually have to rate this comic book a 5 out of 5. It was that good, you guys. Even though it costs $5, you get 40 pages, you get a really decent story, and you get amazing artwork by Brett Booth. So that's my rating for Aquaman issue number 50, a 5 out of 5. I definitely recommend picking it up. Plus, you get introduced to a new character, Aquawoman, named Mera. So that's it, everybody. That's my comic book review today. Please look out for my comic book review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Deviations, I think, which will probably be up tomorrow. Make sure you keep God number one in your life. Enjoy your comic books, and God bless you guys. I'm out of here.